Welcome to Joshua Tree National Park. Located in California, this national park is all about the Joshua trees as well as rock climbing on these fantastic boulders and a lot of cactus and beautiful drives in between. So follow along as we show you a short drive through Joshua Tree National Park. So if you're coming to Joshua Tree National Park for the first time, you're going to want to know some of these helpful hints. First of all, the visitor center is about 4 to 5 miles outside of the park. It is located on the main road in Joshua Tree amongst all of the restaurants and the shops and the stores that you're going to want. So just keep that in mind that those facilities are going to be about 5 miles away from the entrance to the park. You're also going to want to bring your own concessions into the park. That means bottled water, food, snacks, anything that you're going to need during the day. There is absolutely no general stores or any sort of restaurants within Joshua Tree National Park, so keep that in mind. Now, if you're coming to the area and you forgot to plan ahead, there is water that is at the visitor center, so be sure to stock up there. But there's not that many food options, so keep that in mind as well. Speaking of bringing food and drink into the park, you might want to pack a really nice picnic lunch. There are some great picnic spots all throughout Joshua Tree National Park. Some of them are very picturesque with grills and big picnic tables surrounded by big rocks or the Joshua trees themselves. So that would be a great idea to have in mind. Bring a huge cooler and bug spray and enjoy yourself during the day. But the last tip is that you actually want to keep when you visit Joshua Tree National Park in mind. During the day is going to be extremely hot and extremely crowded. So if you can, wake up early, get here at sunrise and for a few hours after sunrise, or come at sunset for the few hours before sunset and afterwards, and you'll enjoy much more temperate temperatures and less crowds. Walking in the Hidden Valley Trail at sunset time. So keep in mind, in the vast wilderness of Joshua Tree National Park, these are only going to be the types of bathrooms that you find. There's not going to be visitor centers except for at the entrance. And so what these are pretty much the vaulted toilets, not flushable. Pretty much just what goes in, stays in. There's not sinks. So once again, just keep that in mind as you're traveling through the national park. These are some of the available campsites that are here at Joshua Tree National Park. Look how amazing these are. You pull in your vehicle right there, then you've got picnic table, fire pit, rocks, like amazing scenery. Oh, look at how awesome this is. So once again, to put things in perspective, this is Hidden Valley Campground, and there is some parking, and there's a lot of people that just come in here to hike trails as day use. So it's kind of a mixed use. It's not just for the campground. And then if you turn around, you'll start to see some of the campsites. So like here's one campsite. You've got a Class C over here in a campsite. And it just kind of goes all around this loop. But look at this. Look at the scenery. It is amazing. Amazing. And then let me show you over here. This is the campground. So I'm here at Khoya Gardens, and this is a cactus garden in Joshua Tree National Park. And behind me you can see all of the cacti, the Khoya cactus, which is the namesake of this trailhead. And it's really an easy loop. It's just flat and straight. There's some walkways. You can stay on the path or you can venture off the path and get closer to the Cactus Gardens. It's currently very early morning. There's almost nobody here. It's very quiet, breezy, as you can tell. But the colors are just amazing. The way that the sun rises over these cactus and the sun sets is just something to be seen. This is why you want to bring appropriate shoes and not flip-flops, because these little burrs are broken off everywhere, and if you get those on your feet, you can see they're everywhere, all throughout the Cactus Garden. So please be very aware. There is a trail that you can walk on, and there's a loop that goes through, but you are also able to get off onto the walkways and really get up close to the cactus. Wouldn't suggest getting too close, because if you get those burrs in your skin, it's going to be quite painful. But it's a nice, easy, almost relatively flat walk that just about anybody could do. One of the reasons that the Khoya cactus is so unique is that you see how bright and almost white it is on top, a very light green, and it's variegated, and then it goes down, and as the plant gets older it gets brown. It almost looks like it's dying, and then you can see that little new shoot right there is a bright green. Well, if you come during sunrise or sunset time and the sun is illuminating just right, these top spots, the light green spots, really look like they're just being lit up and illuminated, which makes this spot such a great photo location in the golden hours, at sunrise and at sunset. And you can see any time of day, though, the color variations are just so interesting. These flowers can be seen in big, huge bushes of them, but they are right on the side of the road, so look out for these. Literally, they must love the heat because they lop over into the side of the road, but yet they're thriving. So beautiful. We are on one side of Skull Rock, and so this is what it is. It's hard to get it in full frame, so I just want to show you what the trail is like. It's a little bit rocky and sandy, but it's not, too hard to get up here. And then this is actually, that's like the nostril area. So again, this is what the trail looks like. Just a little bit of elevation. You want to be careful just a little bit, but not too bad. You can do it from the side of the road, and then I'll turn around. And then here is the Skull Rock. You'll be parking along the road, and then there's that walkway. So I just want to again show you what it's like to walk up here. Not too bad, but there is some elevation, just a little bit of scrambling around to get to the trail. And then you have Skull Rock right there. And there is Skull Rock right there. A little difficult to see from the road, but you can see the eyes. And everybody going up there for photos. That is right here, right off the side of the road. This is in the, I guess you call it boulder field, right across from Skull Rock. Easy little hiking trail back here to venture among the rocks. Almost nobody's back here. And then look, you can climb up there. This is Jumbo Rocks Campground. And they're tiny, tiny little sites, all nestled among these huge rocks. There is a hiking trail here that we are going to take. They have designated parking spaces, but then it's really tucked in. You're not like bringing a trailer. This is only tent camping and really like setting up a pavilion. So here we have site 121, and give you an idea of what it looks like. Picnic table and fire pits, fire ring. And then this would be a nice little place to set up a tent camp or a shade structure. But that's about as big as they are. They're really cute and nestled in among the jumbo rocks, but you're not bringing in a trailer necessarily. And again, this is site 116. So there is some parking. This is the road right there, the little loop road. And then you've got the fire pit and grill and picnic area. So just enough space to put some tent camping. Really beautiful though with the jumbo rocks behind you. This is number 117, which we think you could park a travel van there. And then you've got the cute little area back there to hang out by the fire pit.